Monteith, founder of Great Work Online. This is Great Work for Restaurants, the weekly podcast for independent restaurant owners who want to get more from the system they're already paying for. Here's a scene I've seen more times than I can count. A restaurant owner opens their laptop, pulls up last month's sales report, stares at it for a minute, and closes the laptop. Not because the numbers were bad, because nothing on that screen told them what to do next. 17 years of doing this across restaurants and a few other industries besides, and I keep learning the same lesson. The problem was never a shortage of information. Most owners have more data sitting in front of them than they know what to do with. What they don't have is a translator, something or someone that turns here's what happened into here's what to do about it. And I want to be really clear about something because this gets misdiagnosed constantly. When a report goes unopened for 3 weeks, that is not laziness. That's not an owner who doesn't care about their numbers. It is someone who spent that shift on the floor, in the kitchen, running payroll, and had nothing left over at the end of the day to sit down and translate a spreadsheet into a decision, meaning they are already exhausted taking care of the operations on the floor. And when nighttime comes, wherein they can, take a look at the data and the reports, they really don't have the energy anymore. So reading a report is one skill. Knowing what to do with it is completely different one. Most owners were never trained for the second one. Honestly, most people never are. So the reports pile up, not from a lack of discipline, from a lack of bandwidth. So here's the turn. Here is what actually changes things. Picture the same owner, same busy week. But instead of opening a report and scrolling for the number that matters, they just ask a question. Again, they can just ask a question. You can ask a question. Which of my slow nights actually costs me the most? Not pull up last month's report and let me find it myself. Just ask plainly what's actually selling better on Fridays versus Saturdays. That is not a bigger report. That is a shorter distance between a question and an answer you can use before your next shift starts. It is the difference between being handed a filing cabinet and having a conversation. Here's where Toast fits into this, and I'll say this part once. Most Toast accounts already have something built for exactly this. It is called Toast IQ. You do not pull a report, you ask it a question in plain English, and it answers using your restaurant's own numbers. When Toast looked at its first 90 days of this year, 7% of everything owners were asking it was specifically about loyalty and promotions. Things like what share of my sales is loyalty driving? Or how do I get more guests to come back? Guest and marketing questions overall made up almost a third of everything being asked, 32%. The single most common question across every restaurant using it: create a short, easy to read daily briefing for my restaurant. It's not a complicated ask, just someone or something willing to make sense of the day. So I will leave you with this instead of a recap. What would your own POS tell you? If you actually asked it something today, not at the end of the month, today. If you want a place to start, the free Toast Marketing Activation Checklist walks through where to look first. It's linked in the show notes, but honestly, the checklist is optional. The question is not. I'm Pam Monteith. Keep doing great work for your restaurant, and I'll see you next Tuesday.